Good morning everybody. How is your morning going? I am really incentivizing myself to get this video up early, if you can't tell. I have some information to share with you in today's video about what possibly might be happening within the Sephora points program. Some of it is going to be a bit of an allegedly type of situation, and some of it you can click right now and see that there is a bit of proof that something is changing at Sephora. And as I'm sure you can see, I did just roll out of bed, so I'm going to be applying my makeup during this video. I'm just going to be using the Revolution Patricia Bright eyeshadow palette. She did release 2 of these, but y'all know me. Which one do you think I went for? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys are able to get a good look at the shadows in here. I did use this yesterday. My goodness, the shadows are so pigmented for Makeup Revolution. I feel like I used to not be impressed with their eyeshadows. They have come such a long way. If you haven't tried them in a while, it's a very different formula. And they've got these kind of really soft shades in here that are almost creamy to touch. I'll just give you guys a couple of really quick swatches here. I mean, would you even think this is old Revolution? It's like it is a completely different formula. There's no question about it. Look at that. Makeup Revolution. I appreciate greatly that this folds all the way back, so I don't have to show you uncomfortable angles, which sometimes get edited out of my videos. Let's talk about Sephora and what's going on there. So, we've kind of had this theory within the Sephora community for a while that there are going to be some changes to the points program. And we've seen some of the changes happen this year in 2019. We've seen, now Rouge gets 1.5 times the amount of points, VIB gets 1.25, much more like the Ulta model. However, the redemption of points hasn't actually changed a ton. You still have the Sephora Rewards Bazaar. While we do have the ability to get a gift card, it's been a fight for so many people. So many people have not been able to get one with their points because they sell out so quickly. There is a reward that pops up every so often that is 1,000 points for $25. Seriously, Sephora, $25 for spending almost $1,000 or $1,000 at your store? It's a little worthy of a side eye. Now, related to that, there are some new changes that you can read under the terms and conditions of the Sephora website right now, which I will link in the description box if you are curious about seeing this with your own eyes. So basically, under the tier celebration gifts category, they're saying, effective January 1st, 2020, this program benefit will not be offered to new or requalifying Rouge members. Selections made by Rouge members in 2019 will be honored through 2020. And then also under the birthday gift option, we have effective January 1st, 2020, selecting 250 points as a birthday gift option will no longer be available for VIB and Rouge members. I do want to give credit where credit is due, so thank you to Jules1029 for posting this in the Sephora subreddit. I do think that this is a conversation that we should be having because this to me is kind of a little bit allegedly of proof that something is going to happen with the points program. I'm using the bright orange shade Yes Peaches next. So what this could mean, at least in my opinion, is that they are doing something with the points program that makes them not want to give out those points as easily, so that instead of there being the option for points with the birthday gift, instead you will just get the birthday gift. Now, why would they hold back on giving more points? This is where this video is going to get a little, allegedly, hypothetically, but what I was thinking about is, you guys remember that big giveaway nonsense that happened? I'll link my video if you did miss it. Sephora was heavily pushing people to spend their points on the chance that they could get $1 million. So now if we take all of this into consideration, Sephora is removing extra points, trying to get people to spend their points on something where it's not a tangible reward. It kind of makes you go, why, Sephora? Why do you not want people to have points all of a sudden? I'm going to go into this red. I haven't tried that one yet, so we'll see if that is a good red. Now, the rumor on the streets, and again, this is allegedly, is that Ulta might very well be changing their program to be, their points program, to be more in line with the points system at Ulta. If you objectively compare Sephora and Ulta's point systems, they don't compare right now. Even with the changes that Sephora has made, even with the ability to earn more points, it's still very... why would you go to Sephora for their rewards program over Ulta? I mean, you wouldn't. You just wouldn't. And again, why else would Sephora be pushing for people to get rid of their points if they didn't have something in mind? Again, you could take this in one of two ways. One being that maybe they're going to do something terrible with the points program, like get rid of it. That is always something that has been in the terms and conditions for them to be able to do. But I also think if they did that, I think they would get a huge backlash. I'm so excited. I'm going to use this red glittery shade called Flames. Oh, I'm dying to use this. I'm just going to use my finger with it though. Okay, so I will tell you guys what my plan is given this new information about the points. I am going to hold on to my points for the time being. I've seen Sephora dropping some really nice rewards recently. Did you guys see that Lululemon reward? 2,000 points for the new Lululemon products and a $125 Lululemon gift card. Seriously, that was amazing. But with the way things are looking, with Sephora really tempting us to spend our points, it's making me take a step back and say, does this mean I shouldn't? I do have a full theory on what might have happened with Sephora to incentivize them to make these kind of changes to their point system. It's really something I've been thinking about. I think that Sephora, for the longest time, has banked on being this enjoyable upscale store, enjoyable to shop at upscale store, and they've banked on a lot of customer loyalty, customers that will shop at Sephora no matter what. And the thing is, my theory is that is all changing. My theory is that worked really well as long as the economy was doing stellar. But, facts are facts. The economy's not doing stellar right now. I got to thinking about this because of the way that Aura shops compared to the way that I shop. So, Aura makes more money than I do, 3 times as much to be exact. And so whenever we go into the grocery store, she has a completely different way of shopping from somebody who doesn't make a lot of money and, as added bonus, grew up very poor. I feel like I have some lifelong traits in the way I shop that will probably never disappear. I feel like it'd be so funny to follow us around the grocery store. Don't worry, I'll never subject you to this type of a video, but we'll be over. So the other day we were shopping for crackers because we were making these crackers, cheese, meats type of platters. So she grabs the wheat thins and I rush over and I'm just like, no, you can't buy the wheat thins. It's the Ritzes that are on sale this week. Look, see, Ritz, buy one, get one free. Wheat thins, nothing. That's the way you shop when you're poor. You buy what's on sale and that's what you use. You can't be that picky. My point here is that, Sephora has banked for a really long time on loyalty. I think that people really have enjoyed the Sephora shopping experience, the knowledge of the associates, just, the prestige feeling that Sephora gives us. However, as long as financial issues are something that is a real issue for a very large amount of people, that becomes less important, and instead the importance lies strictly on value. I suspect this has been a really hard pill for Sephora to swallow just because they've done so well for so stinking long without needing to worry about their prices, without worrying about rewards. Ulta didn't always exist. I absolutely have to use that super shiny pink shade to Love Song, so let's bring that into the inner corners. This is a lot of color. I'm really feeling the colors today. Oh, we need mist. We need the mist. That's basically what I wanted to share with you guys. I do feel like something is going to change. What it is, I don't know exactly. But again, for me personally, I'm going to be holding on to my points. I'm kind of excited to see what will happen. I've really hoped for a long time that Sephora would kind of take note of the fact that many of us are struggling financially And, you know, another aspect of this, too, is that the entire makeup industry has always felt immune to the effects of things like recessions, because women will always buy makeup. You know, no matter how hard things are going, women will not deprive themselves of inexpensive products that make themselves feel better. You know, it's what we love makeup for. We love it because it makes us feel better, and it's creative and it's fun. But the catch here is that people don't buy makeup for those reasons anymore, at least not to the levels of $1,000 a year. You know, you don't need $1,000 of makeup a year. Not a single one of us do, but we have been buying it because there's been an extra level of fun that is optional. So I guess what I'm saying is I think Sephora has figured out just how optional this is and wants to work harder to win us back. That's my theory. That's my theory. How about we do a kind of quick summary on the eyeshadow palette? So now that I've done 2 looks with this, I will say that $25 for these 28 shades plus this gorgeous MUR, excellent way to travel. It's a very fun eyeshadow palette where most of the shades are excellent quality. Now, the glitter did certainly kind of go everywhere, as you might expect a glittery shade like that to do. These creamy shades, they're a little different. I made a look yesterday with this as the lid shade, and I ended up having to use my finger. I don't feel like brushes pick up these super creamy shades very well at all. The more neutral shadows in here were extremely easy to work with, so if you are thinking about getting the other one, I do feel the quality will be really good as well. As for the colorful shades, most of them were excellent. The purple and the red were a little challenging to work with. I felt like they got a little patchy, but they were decent. They were still, you know, something where you can work with them. Overall, I think it is incredibly fun if you are into colorful eyeshadows. I think Patricia Bright did a great job designing this palette. If you're not subscribed to her, I will link her channel as well. She's so cute. She's just a really fun person to watch. I really didn't know that she was coming out with this palette. Oh, one other thing I want to mention with this palette. I don't know if this is significant to most people. Mine did come with a dent in the side. I kind of feel like Revolution's packaging isn't the most expensive packaging. You know, somehow you're paying $25 for a palette. That doesn't bother me, but if you are a little bit of a, I guess, perfectionist with your makeup collection, just know that it's probably not the most sturdy packaging, or it wouldn't have come to me dented, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on the Sephora situation in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.